Hey guys, how's it going? Let me just check in on you, cool? I don't know why this message was held for review, but James said, oh cool, my friend's wife is a high school math teacher. I'm working on applied mathematics degree at CU Boulder. Cool. So weird that they blocked that comment. Yeah, we're just chit-chatting about math degree. Don't mind me, I am totally just being a bum. I'm in a giant triple XL t-shirt and wet hair, but wet hair don't care, you know what I mean? Wet hair don't care. Oh, it's alright, Ivory. Goats, go for a smoke. Go for it. I want to smoke too. But I don't want to smoke on camera. Sometimes mom pops in. But smoking is a good idea. Shit, I was going to do that before I went live. Hey, what's up, Valened? Valened? I've seen you on Twitter doing your thing to support me, even though it's just on pure faith, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate your rationale, your rationale, and just understanding that my situation is different than other people's situations. So it's all unique. It's similar, and we can all have a learning lesson. As far as the comic book goes, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. It's been nice seeing people defend me for once. So yeah, that's been nice to see, and it's the only time that's happened, so I don't want to let anyone down, and it's happening. We will talk about the comic book tomorrow. Tomorrow is the everyday chit chat stream, and even last week was actually my comic book update stream. So like I did a comic book update stream last week, and there isn't really anything new to say next week, but this week, excuse me, but there is a lot of new drama going on in Comicsgate and comic scene. Ooh, we got a subscriber. Thank y'all. Welcome. But yeah, there's a lot of drama going on with the comic book stuff, and it's definitely something I can understand, because the book has been a burden, as you guys know, and just watch the update. But with the drama mixed in with my drama, and I have extra drama stream is always really fun. So check it out tomorrow. It's going to be fun. I'll try to do a little earlier so it's not super late for the UK crowd, because the UK crowd loves my drama streams. Yeah, let's hit that 9K subscribe number. That's true. But also, you may notice that my goal, we're back to 0 again, because it is now March. It's now March. So another month, another rent to pay, and the goals start over. But I figured this time, to make it easier, I think what we've been doing is doing weekly goals, and I've been kind of like being like, gotta get to this goal, and it's helped, and we've kind of stayed on target that way. So I figured instead of the month goal, and it looks like a lot to get through, we'll do the weekly goals. So I think that kind of makes sense. Dan says, what about the West Coasters? I know, there's so much to deal with. We have people all over the world that are in this chat, so that's super fun, because we have a really diverse crew. I mean, we have Sandra over in like Switzerland. We have mostly US, but the US is huge, so we have like West Coasters, we have East Coasters, we have people in between. A lot of times we have people in Australia, we have people in Brazil, we have people all over in this chat, so it's really difficult to figure out exactly what time is best to stream. I've been doing it what time is best for me, but I am trying to think about everyone and have priority with the viewers. So I gotta sort it out. I definitely don't want it to be too late for the UK, because outside of the US, UK is the second. But yeah, in the West Coast, it might be too early for you guys, so I don't want to. We gotta figure it out. The stream is usually almost when I get home from work. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kevin from the UK. Cool. Okay, well, anyway, we will get into all of the really fun drama and the comic stuff tomorrow, because I'm trying to stay on some sort of schedule. And today is Etiquette Day. It's Sunday, right? I lose track of time. It's Sunday. I hope. Anyway, so Etiquette, and today what we have over here, let's see. Reciprocity. Thanks. Oh man. Thank you.
First of the month.
That's right. Thank you. Helping me stay on track, stay on target. I definitely need to get like Lady Alchemy gigs and a side job. I'll work at a coffee shop or something. I don't know, but yeah. I gotta do that. But oh shit, actually also Tuesday, my sister's picking me up, and I'm watching my niece. She's gonna travel a little bit, but I'm taking this computer with me, and I'm gonna be streaming upstate while I'm watching my niece. So there is that too, but I'm still gonna stay on target. But I'm gonna look for a job after that. I can still look for bookings though. Anyway, so where are we at? New York. Sorry about it. Yay, we are at 6.67%. So we're getting on target. If you want to help me stay on target until I sort my life out, you can help me do that by going to streamlabs.com/Martina Markota TV. I am trying to make cultural content, not just bitch about culture and say the word culture war a million times, but actually do something. And I think etiquette is something both the left and right and modern Zoomers and millennials can gain something from. So we do that Sundays, Mondays, just chit chat about whatever I want, different topics, whatever I want. Tuesday, art stream, we do some art history. Wednesday, Thursday is etiquette. Wednesday, Thursday is alchemy stream, outer alchemy and inner alchemy. So I think those are some fun things. I want to do some literature at some time. And I was just thinking, yeah, tomorrow we're going to talk about the comic book, but I think I'm actually having someone on. I think I'm going to have someone on the stream, actually. Adam Post is going to come on, I do believe. He's trying to work out a time to get on, and since there is a lot of drama going on in the comic scene and this whole thing, he has been someone that's been helping me since I got rid of my artist and hired a new artist. He is someone that has been helping me manage everything, not directly, but like with advice, which is very helpful. And so it seems, especially for first-time creators, that is something that's needed. And so if we can work through perhaps, what's been happening in the scene, what's happening with me, where I'm at now, and what the possibilities are, and how to kind of fix things from there. He's going to come on and kind of sort that out. So that's really exciting. Yeah, he's really, really good guy. So I'm really excited about that. Babysitter gig. Yeah, that's right. I have a babysitter gig coming up. All right, so let's get to it. I did want to puff on this too. Shit, we gotta get going. We gotta get going on this alchemy. People are gonna be like, alchemy. Etiquette. We gotta get going on this etiquette. People are gonna be like, what the fuck? Well, hold on. We're gonna like this. Can't just call my mom, you know what I mean? So today we are at like chapter 7. We have chapter 7 at Emily Post, who is the leading author on Etiquette. This is her book published in 1922, and we are going through her book. Oh shit, I usually have it in the description, but I have to change the description like every day to whatever like topic we're dealing with, so it's kind of annoying. I have to figure out a better system, but yeah, so chapter 7 is about conversation. So the other chapters we were going over greetings and introductions and things like that. Now we have what's after a greeting and an introduction? Conversation, right? So that is what we're dealing with. We'll see how much we can get through. We have need for reciprocity, think before you speak. The gift of humor, cute. Going fishing for topics. It's always something that people have to deal with, figuring out how to fish for topics. Usually the weather is what people talk about when they're fishing. The door slammers. Ouch. Tactless blunders. Tactless blunders. Oh my god. The way that they speak sometimes is so cute. The omniscience of the very rich. Oh, wait, no, sorry. The bore. The bore. What a bore. I'm going to call people bore more often. What a bore. Oh my god, you guys are talking about the comic book. I know there's so much going on, but we'll talk about it later. Martina, will the art change with a new artist? Someone says, I think she said the artist changed to Matthew Weldon. Will that make the older poster more valuable? For the better, Weldon is a fantastic artist. Yeah, so the art for the actual comic book will change. I haven't figured out exactly who I'm going to have on the cover. If it's going to be Weldon or Pablo Romero, who is a buddy of mine. He's working on some art for Lady Alchemy as well, but he's not doing the actual book. Weldon is doing the actual book, but I may toy with the idea of Pablo for the cover. Yeah, so the art will change, and I do believe that that would make the old posters and merch more valuable. That is correct, because I truly believe that this story is something, this character and the story is something really, really that fits in the comic book world. And it, like, I just know that this is like Scarlet Witch, but instead of a witch, an alchemist, and there's like layers, there's like all sorts of really cool, fun stuff going on in it, and it parallels some of my real life, but in a really great, fantastical way. Like, I just think it's just so entertaining. The story's great, and I think it can really go somewhere. I just have to learn, since I am a first-time creator, not just learning how to do Indiegogo and fulfill those orders, but also think about outside of that. How do I promote? How do I publicize? How do I, like, get it more mainstream? And I know we're, like, kind of beefing with the mainstream, but at the same time, there's a way that I think, like, it's not necessarily just for Comicscape, but, like, generally in the comic book industry, and I want to figure out how to get it out there. I think it can really be big. So if it is what I think it is, and the comic book is successful outside of the internet, I think that yes, it would make it more valuable, because that was like the start of Lady Alchemy, and we have some unique designs there. So yep, getting Weldon Romero is a real step. Yep. Sorry, just have to finish smoking that. Don't mind me. But, so what do we have here? The boar. A few important details of speech and conversation. The omniscience of the very rich. Dangers to be avoided. And a few maxims for those who talk too much and easily. Don't you hate that when people just talk too much and too easily? Just shut the fuck up sometimes, you know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. Let other people talk, thank you. So this is where we're at. Just hit myself. Chapter 7. Conversation. 2 seconds, sorry. All right. So, conversation. Need of reciprocity. Ideal conversation should be a matter of equal give and take. Imagine that. A conversation is of equal give and take, okay? But too often, it is all take. Oh my God, thank you. Just like that alone. It's like, okay, so every time I stream and we go over topics, there's so many great things that I want to just take and quote and put it like on Twitter or something, and then I just like forget and never get to it. So let me just like take that for a second. I'm about to tweet this, because people need to understand this concept a little bit more. Thank you, Vilnid. Let me tweet this, baby. Got it. Tweet. Cool. Shoot, I should attach that to my link. Oh well. People get the idea. Let's just keep doing this. Think of ideas of how to get people into these streams, get people into the conversation. But yeah, the ideal conversation should be a matter of equal give and take, but too often it is all take. The voluble talker, or chatterer rides his own hobby straight through the hours without giving anyone else who might also like to say something a chance to do other than exhaustedly await the turn that never comes. That's me. I sit there and I'm like, yeah, yeah, one time. That's like totally me. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm never talking. Let's see. Most people say they like quiet, reserved men. What's your opinion? Yeah, I would say I think both men and women can appreciate a reserved person. Eccentric characters are always fun and stuff. But yeah, I think in a manner of attraction, it's man of few words is probably pretty good. Once in a while, a very long while, one meets a brilliant person whose talk is a delight, or still more rarely, a wit who manipulates every ordinary topic with the agility of a sleight-of-hand performer to the ever-increasing rapture of his listeners. But as a rule, the man who has been led to believe that he is a brilliant and interesting talker has been led to make himself a rapacious pest. No conversation is possible between others whose ears are within reach of his ponderous voice. Anecdotes, long-winded stories, dramatic and pathetic, stock his repertoire, but worst of all are his humorous yarns at which he laughs appropriately through everyone else, though everyone else grows solemn and more solemn. There's a simple rule by which if one is a voluble chatter, to be a good talker necessitates a good mind. One can at least refrain from being a pest or a bore. And the rule is merely to stop and think. Wise words, Emily Post. Wise words. So, why thank you. People calling me a goddess in my XXL t-shirt in my way. Think before you speak, okay? Nearly all the faults or mistakes in conversations are caused by not thinking. For instance, a first rule for behavior in society is try to do and say those things only which will be agreeable to others. Yet, how many people who really know better, people who are perfectly capable of intelligent understanding, if they didn't... Okay, so anyway, for instance, a first rule for behavior in society is try to do and say things only which will be agreeable to others. Yet how many people who really know better, people who are perfectly capable of intelligent understanding, if they didn't let their brains remain asleep or locked tight, go night after night to dinner parties, day after day, or to social gatherings and absent-mindedly prate about this or that without ever taking the trouble to think what they are saying and to whom they are saying it. Would a young mother describe 20 or 30 cunning tricks and say things of the baby to a bachelor who has been helplessly put beside her at dinner if she thought? Wait, what are they saying? Would a young mother describe 20 or 30 cunning tricks? What are they saying? What is this 1920s talk? Would a young mother describe 20 or 30 cunning tricks and sayings of the baby to a bachelor who has been helplessly put beside her at dinner if she thought? So wait, is she like trying to be like, what? Okay, I don't get it. She would know very well, alas, that not even a very dear friend would really care for more than hors d'oeuvres of the subject at the board of general conversation. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. The older woman is even worse unless something... So wait, I need to know this because I'm turning into the older woman. What did the older woman do wrong? What is the cunning trick and sayings of the baby to a bachelor who has been helplessly put beside her at a dinner table? If an older woman, the older woman is even worse, unless something occurs, often when it is too late, to make her wake up and realize that she not only bores her hearers, but prejudices everyone against her children by the unrestraint of her own praise. Okay, so she just like talking about her baby to people nonstop? Is that what she's doing? The daughter who is continually lauded as the most captivating and beautiful girl in the world seems to the wearied perceptions of enforced listeners annoying and plain. Okay, so she's basically going on and on and on about how amazing her daughter is, right? That's what we're doing here. And she's a total bore and people roll their eyes and they hate it. My kid did this today. Thanks, Stephen 4X isn't here. My kid said this today and that today, blah, blah, blah. Would a mother yap about mother to a bachelor? To her child is most amazing, precious, but not to everyone else. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Makes sense now. Okay. In the same way, the magnificent son is handicapped by his mother or his father's overweening pride and love in the exact proportion to its displayed intensity. And on the other hand, the neglected wife, the unappreciated husband, the misunderstood child takes on a glamour in the eyes of others equally out of proportion. That great love has seldom perfect wisdom is seldom perfect wisdom is one of the greatest tragedies in the drama of life. In the case of the overloving wife or mother, someone should love her enough to make her stop and think that her loving praise is not merely a question of boring her hearers, but of handicapping unfairly those for whom she would gladly lay down her life. And yet few would have the courage to point out to her that she would far better lay down her tongue. That's true. No one's ever going to tell her to, like, shut the fuck up and stop being overbearing. She's just going to keep on being that annoying lady. The cynics say that those who take part in social conversation are bound to be either bores or bored, and that which you choose to be is mere matter of selection. That's true, actually. And there must be occasions in the life of everyone when the cynics seem to be right. The man of affairs who, sitting next to an attractive-looking young woman, is relegated throughout dinner with the detailed accomplishments of the young woman's husband. The woman of intellect who must listen with interest to the droolings of an especially prosy man who holds forth on the super everything of his own possessions, can not very well consider that the evening was worth dressing, sitting up, and going out for. Oh my god, that happens all the time. I do go out and get dressed up and waste all my time and efforts going out for this thing, and it is quite a bore because people are just kind of like retarded. People who talk too easily are apt to talk too much, and at times imprudently, and those with vivid imagination are often unreliable in their statements. It's true. On the other hand, the man of silence, who never speaks except when he has something worthwhile to say, is apt to wear well among his intimates, but is not likely to add much to the gaiety of a party. Yeah, that's true. People do like entertaining people, but I think there's a limit on that, like, IRL. And I think it's good to be, like, the stoic, quiet one. But, like, yeah, to be engaging with other people, it is, like, more attractive to other people. Dan, that's a frustrating thing about conversation. It's considered rude to tell someone they're being an idiot, but it's not considered rude to be an idiot. Oh my god, I'm saving that. It's so funny. If someone blatantly interrupts me, I'm the bad guy saying, excuse me, you just interrupted me. I know. Usually that's why I'm kind of just like, Did everyone see that? Oh, and then I'll have people, I've had someone like, no, I think this happened to Jack. No, it happened to me too. It happened to Jack in a more extreme way, and it kind of went back and forth a little bit, but I was like passive when it happened to me. But there's someone that interrupts you all the time in conversation, and so at a certain point in the night, you'll like interrupt back. You'll be like, okay, enough is enough, and you just kind of force your way into the conversation. And then they have the audacity to go, excuse me, let me finish. Excuse me? Really? Yeah, that's why I'm kind of quiet too, publicly, Dan. I am quite quiet, even though I like stream and I talk about stuff for 2 hours, and I'm on social media and I like say things. I'm pretty quiet in person. Steven Forex. That's why I get called antisocial now. I just can't be asked. I just can't be arsed to tolerate many people in social situations where I am compelled to attend. Yeah, exactly. I'm just kind of like, you're all a bore to me. Fuck. Then you get told not to be so miserable. Oh my God, Steven, we have to hang out. This sounds like Jack and us. We're like such bores ourselves. I love it. I find people want to talk more than listen. Yeah, this is actually my general rule. This is my trick of being liked in conversations, is listening, and then when I talk, trying to have that like relate to what they're saying, like their point or their story. And usually people like to be heard, and they're heard by actually listening and making eye contact and being agreeable, and even adding on to that conversation. That usually makes people like you. So just, actually listen to people. I'm also like a Cancer. I'm really passive and sensitive, so I like to I emotionally get involved when they say stuff, so it just comes across. Anyway, let's get back to it. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so the person that says only something worthwhile, sounds like most of us, is apt to wear well among his intimates, but is not likely to add much to the gaiety of a party. Try not to repeat yourself either. Oh my God, Jack. By telling the same story again and again, or by going back over details of your narrative that seemed especially to interest or amuse your hearer. Many things are of interest when briefly told and for the first time. Nothing interest when too long dwelt upon. Little interest that is told a second time. The exception is something very pleasant that you have heard about. Okay, wait. What is it saying? The exception is something very pleasant that you have heard about. A, or more especially A's child, which have already told A, you can then tell B, and then later C in A's presence. Never do this as a habit. Okay, wait. Whoop. Hold on. What did I say? The exception... Many things are of interest when briefly told for the first time, and nothing is of interest when dwelt upon. Little is of interest when told the second time. The exception is something very pleasant that you have heard about. A, or more especially A's child, which have already told you A can then tell B, and later C in A's presence. Never do this as a habit, however, and never drag the incident into the conversation merely to flatter A, since if A is a person of taste, he will be far more apt to resent than be pleased by flattery than that borders on fulsome. Okay, so basically what they're saying is like, don't repeat things, because people hate that, except you can. There's an exception to repeating things when it's something pleasant that you heard about someone, or more especially someone's child, and they already gave you permission to like tell other people about it in their presence, but don't have a habit of like doing that and like forcing that into the conversation just to like flatter the other person, because if the other person is of taste, they will sniff out that it's just flattery and fakeness, and that's not good. It's all about being genuine. So if you're just kind of like repeating something and, oh, that's what it is about person C. Yeah. So you're repeating something again about someone's child, but like someone else came, and then it's like you get to repeat it again with the permission of like, yeah, it's like cool, you can like say to everyone. But yeah, cool. Got it. Makes sense. Okay, sorry, you guys are talking about something. Be careful not to let amiable discussion turn into contradiction and argument. The tactful person keeps his prejudices to himself, and even when involved in a discussion says quietly, no, I think I agree with you, or it seems to me thus and so. One who is well-bred never says, you are wrong, or nothing of the kind. Imagine if we spoke to each other like that. Nothing of the kind. Oh, God, I wish we disagreed like that. If only Emily Post knew what disagreeing is today, yelling Nazi at each other. No, I don't think I agree with you. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. So if you try to be agreeable, but it's not good to try to turn things into an argument or contradictions and stuff. But the tactful person keeps his prejudices to himself, and even when involved in a discussion says quietly, no, I don't think I agree with you, or it seems to me thus and so. One who is well-bred never says you are wrong, or nothing of the kind. If he finds another's opinion utterly opposed to his own, he switches to another subject for a pleasanter channel of conversation. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, especially I'm used to that in New York, is just like switching convos if I'm just like I cannot be agreeable to this conversation. Like, I just can't. I'm just like, I don't agree with it. I don't know what you want me to say. I just have to change the subject because I don't agree. When someone is talking to you, it is inconsiderate to keep repeating, what did you say? Those who are deaf are often obligated to ask that a sentence be repeated. Otherwise, their irrelevant answers would make them appear half-witted. But countless persons with perfectly good hearing say, what? From force of habit and careless inattention. Oh my God. Is Jack in here? Oh my God. One time Jack was just like, I was making fun of him because, sorry, his hair is like now starting to frizz because it's drying and it's making him play with it. And again, that's not good etiquette, not to like prim and prick too much. Yeah, that's good, Dan. If I don't agree with someone, I usually leave my rebuttal with something like, I've always looked at it this way rather than you're wrong and here's why. Yeah, I always try to like if I just can't be agreeable, I try to just like present it like, well, this is this side. Yeah. No, Steven, I wanted to like point out because like Jack, one time, just when I was there's a period of time where he would respond to me if I'm like mumbling or something, or he can't hear me. He goes, "What? What?" And like I don't want to do it really because the mic really feels it's like what? Like no, not what. Just really obnoxious what? What? And I would just like be like, oh my God, Jack, you're British. Like you're supposed to be proper, and you give me this What? Oh, no, it was huh. It was huh. That's what it was. That's what it was. It was what? Like, that was obnoxious, but he'd go, huh? Huh? And I'm just like, don't huh me. You're just British. You're supposed to be like, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Not, huh? Okay. Okay. The gift of humor. The joy of joys is the person of light but unmalicious humor. If you know anyone who is gay, beguiling and amusing, you will, if you are wise, do everything you can to make him prefer your house and your table to any other. For where he is, the successful party is also. What he says is of no matter. It is the twist he gives to it, the intonation, the personality he puts into his quips or retort or observation that delights his hearers, and in his case, the ordinary rules do not apply. Eugene Field could tell a group of people that it had rained today, and that it would probably rain tomorrow, and to make everyone burst into laughter or tears if he choose, according to the day it was said. But the ordinary rest of us must, if we would be thought sympathetic, intelligent, or agreeable, go fishing. So we gotta fish for topics because we're not that interesting, like this Eugene Fields guy. Pardon me, do you have grape upon? Yeah, it's like, why are you not saying it like that, Jack? Oh shit, I was gonna get some water. I forgot. I'm like really thirsty. Streaming makes you like dry and like burpy at the same time. She's just like talking a lot. Ivory coats. That made me laugh, actually. This is, it's going to rain today. Holy shit, it's gold. Anyway, going fishing for topics. The charming talker is neither more nor less than a fisherman. That is true. That is true. Fisherwoman, rather, since in America women make more effort to be agreeable than men do. That is true, at least in my case. Sitting next to a stranger, she wonders which fly she had better choose to interest him. She offers one topic, not much of a nibble, so she tries another or perhaps a third before he rises to the bait. Okay, that's all they had on that, huh? Well, I mean, going fishing for me, I do that. Yeah, I guess that is all it is. You just kind of like talk to them, and during conversation, whatever it is. Well, you know, I'm a lawyer. Oh, what kind of law? Oh, like then there's this kind of law, and then it's like you have a conversation and blah blah blah. Or it's like, where are you from? And it's like I don't know. New York, and oh, I know someone. Oh, I live in Bushwick, and like blah 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 blah. And do you know this person? Do you know that person? It kind of just like find little things, and then you kind of ask questions about those things. The door slammers. There are people whose idea of conversation is contradiction and flat statements. Finding yourself next to one of these, you venture, have you seen any good plays lately? No, I hate theater. Which team are you for in the series? Neither. Only an idiot could be interested in baseball. Fair enough. I kind of agree with that, door slammer, but I wouldn't say it like that to someone's face. Okay, country must have a good many idiots, mockingly. Obviously it has, full stop. In desperation, you veer to the personal. I've never seen Mrs. Bobo Gilding as beautiful as she is tonight. Nothing beautiful about her. As for the name Bobo, it's asinine. This person kind of sounds hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to hang out with this person. I've never seen Mrs. Bobo Gilding as beautiful as she is tonight. Nothing beautiful about her. As for the name Bobo, it's asinine. Oh, it's just one of those children's names that stick sometimes for life. Perfect rot ought to be called by its name, etc. Another not very different type, though, different in method, is the self-appointed instructor whose proper place is on the lecture platform, not at a dinner table. The earliest coins struck in the Peloponnesus were stamped on one side only, their alloy, etc. What's wrong with that? I thought that was good conversation, to be kind of like, fun fact about this or that. Why can't you talk about fun facts? I don't agree with that one. Another is the expounder of the obvious. Have you ever noticed, he says, deeply thinking, how people's tastes differ? Then there is the vulgarian of fulsome compliment. Why are you so beautiful? It's not fair to the others, blank, and so on. Well, that's pretty rude, I guess. Dan says, I'm going to go hang out with the door slammer. I like that guy, short and to the point. Yeah, me too. I like it too. Door slammer. Sleepy door slammers. Ugh. Gotta go for a break soon. It's 52 minutes. Break time. I think it kind of is the life of the party, to be fair. It's kind of cool. Okay. Then we have Tactless Blunders. Let's see where we're at. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Tactless people are also legion. The means to be agreeable elderly man says to a passé acquaintance, 20 years ago you were the prettiest woman in town, or in the pleasant tone of voice to one whose only son has married. Why is it, do you suppose, that young wives always dislike their mothers-in-law? If you have any ambition to be sought after in society, you must not talk about the unattractiveness of old age to the elderly, about the joys of dancing and skating to the lame, or about the advantageous of ancestry to the self-made. It is also dangerous as well as needlessly unkind to ridicule or criticize others, especially for what they can't help. If a young woman's familiar or otherwise lax behavior deserves censure? A casual, unflattering remark may not add to your own popularity if your listener is a relative, but you can at least, without being shamefaced, stand by your guns. On the other hand, to say needlessly, what an ugly girl, or what a half-wit that boy is, can be of no value except in drawing attention to your own tactlessness. The young girl who admired her own facile adjective said to a casual acquaintance, how can you go about with that moth-eating, squint-eyed bag of a girl? Oh my god, did you hear that? The young girl who admired her own facile adjective said to a casual acquaintance, how can you go about with that moth-eaten, squint-eyed bag of a girl? Because, answered the youth whom she had intended to dazzle, the lady of your flattering epithet happens to be my sister. It is scarcely necessary to say that one whose tactless remarks ride roughshod over the feelings of others is not welcomed by many. Sorry, it's just hard to read there. Like, they sound so 1920s. Like, this conversation. How can you go about with that moth-eaten, squinty-eyed bag of a girl? Because The youth whom she had, the lady of your flattering epitaphs happens to be my sister. It is scarcely necessary to say that one whose tactless remarks ride roughshod over the feelings of others is not welcomed by many. The boar. Ooh, I want to read about the boar. I once asked my buddy why he was dating such an ugly girl. Why is the girl in a bag? Censor to criticize. Oh, thank you for that, Ivory Goats. Thanks. You always learn something new every time. The boar. A boar is said to be one who talks about himself when you want to talk about yourself. Which is superficially true enough, but a bore might more accurately be described as one who is interested in what does not interest you and insists that you share his enthusiasm in spite of your disinclination. To the bore, life holds no dullness. Every subject is of unending delight. A story told for the 1,000th times has not lost its thrill. Every tiresome detail is held up and turned about as a morsel of delectableness. To him, each pea in a pod differs from another with the entrancing variety that artists find in tropical sunsets. On the other hand, to be bored is a bad habit, and one only too too easy to fall into. As a matter of fact, it is impossible almost to meet anyone who has not something of interest to tell you if you are ever clever enough to find yourself out about what it is. There are certain always delightful people who refuse to be bored. Their attitude is that no subject need ever be utterly uninteresting so long as it is discussed for the first time. Repetition alone is deadly dull. Besides, what is the matter with trying to be agreeable yourself? Not too agreeable, alas. It is true, be polite to bores, and so shall you have bores always about you. Oh my god, I love that. Alas, it is true. Be polite to bores, and so shall you have bores always round about you. That is so funny. I'm stealing that. Be polite to bores, and so shall you have bores always around you. Tweeting that. I love that. Okay. On the other hand, to be bored is a bad habit and one only too easily to fall into. As a matter of fact, it is impossible almost to meet anyone who has not something of interest to tell you if you are but clever enough yourself to find out what it is. There are certain always delightful people who refuse to be bored. Their attitude is that no subject need ever be utterly uninteresting so long as it is discussed for the first time. Repetition alone is deadly. Besides, what is the matter with trying to be agreeable yourself? Not too agreeable. Alas, it is true, be polite to bores, and so shall you have bores always round you. Furthermore, it is no reason why you should be bored when you can be otherwise. But if you find yourself sitting in the hedgerow with nothing but weeds, there is no reason for shutting your eyes and seeing nothing instead of finding what beauty you may in the weeds. To put it cynically, life is too short to waste it in drawing blanks. Therefore, it is up to you to find as many pictures to put on your blank pages as possible. Okay. Well, I hope that was agreeable to you guys. Sorry about my shitty reading. Old books are kind of annoying sometimes. Yeah, I often wonder that, Ivory, if being bored of what someone's talked to you about, does that make you the bore? And I think it does make you a bore to the people that are talking about something that you don't care about. Because I think that you come across quiet and bored, and they're just like, this person's so lame and annoying. But yeah, I often feel like that. People are like, what's with her? Complainers are the worst. Alright, I think I might go for break. Maybe I'll have a head start in reading this, because if I just read it once, gloss over it, then it's like fine. But if I have to like do cold reading, it's sometimes difficult for me. I hate fucking reading aloud. Terrible at it. It's not my fault they're boring. I'm not interested in sports balls or... There's always something going on, man. Not interested in your sports balls or your model trains. Yeah, totally. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, this is so not my conversation. I'm out of here. Okay, give me a few minutes. And, take a little break. Give me a few minutes. Let me recuperate and catch up. Get some water. Help me get to 100% down here, and you can help me do that by going to this link over here, streamlabs.com/Martina Markota TV. Alright, cool. See you guys in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave. Come back. I'm just getting some water, chilling. I've got a mouth break. Talking too much and being a bore. Now I'm the bore. See you guys. A few minutes.
Every morning I wake up and open palm slam a VHS into the slot. It is Chronicles of Riddick. Chronicles of Riddick. Every morning I wake up and open palm slam a VHS into the slot. It is Chronicles of Riddick. Chronicles of Riddick. And right then and there I start doing the moves alongside with the main character, Riddick. And right then and there I start doing the moves alongside with the main character, Riddick. I do every move and I do every move hard, making whooshing sounds when I slam down some necro bastards, or even when I mess up technique. Not many can say they escaped the galaxy's most dangerous prison. I can't. And I say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud. I say it and say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud. I say it and I say it out loud.
Sorry. Wasn't prepared. I was like grooving out to the tunes and I like didn't prepare. Alright. Where are we at? How you guys doing? Talking about sauce. Barbecue sauce. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get back to it then. Okay, a few important details of speech and conversation. Let me just read this for a second. Hold on. Okay, unless you wish to stamp yourself a person who has never been out of provincial society, never speak of your husband as Mr., except to an inferior. Mrs. Worldly, for instance, is talking with a stranger, would say, my husband, to a friend, and to a friend. So if talking to a stranger, she would say, my husband. And to a friend, meaning one not only whom she calls by her first name, but one by, but anyone on her dinner list, she says, Dick thought the play amusing, or Dick said, this does not give her listener the privilege of calling him Dick. The listener in return speaks of her own husband as Tom, even if he is 70, unless her hearer is a very young person, either a man or woman, when she would say, my husband, never Mr. Older. To call your husband Mr. means that you consider the person you are talking to beneath you in station. Mr. Worldly in the same way speaks of Mrs. Worldly as my wife to a gentleman, or Edith in speaking to a lady, always. Huh. Okay. So Jack, he calls me the Mrs. all the time. Is that wrong? I think he's saying that's wrong. This is the Mrs. So am I supposed to say... Oh, wait. Yeah, and speaking about other people, one says Mrs., Miss, or Mr. As the case may be, it is bad form to go about saying Edith Worldly or Edith Norman to those who do not call them Edith or Ethel. Or Ethel Norman, yeah. These names. And to speak thus familiarly of one whom you do not call by her first name is unforgivable. It is also... effrontery for a younger person to call an older by her name or his first name without being asked to do so. Only a very underbred, thick-skinned person would attempt it. Ooh! Emily Post has these... Damn. It is... I'm going to just reread. It is also effrontery for a younger person to call an older person... What is that? Let me look up this word. Look up what this means. Insolent or impertinent behavior. Okay.
Effrontery.
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 Effrontery. Insolent or impertinent behavior. One juror had the effrontery to challenge the coroner's decision. Similar, impudence, impertinence, cheek, insolence. God, this is cheekiness. This is a British computer. Oh yeah, there's an British accent.
Effrontery. Effrontery.
That's a British accent, right? Okay, so... It is also effrontery for a younger person to call an older by her name or his first name without being asked to do so. Only a very underbred, thick-skinned person would attempt it. All those Zoomers talking to me on the internet. How very underbred and thick-skinned. Also, you must not take your conversation out of the drawing room. Operations, ills, or personal blemishes, details, and appurtenances of the dressing room, for instance, are neither suitable nor pleasant topics, nor are personal jokes in good taste. Yeah, that's something that I'm all about, too. Hold on, let me just look up this definition, too, just because, like, I fucked that up. Might as well learn something.
Appurtenance.
Appurtenance. An accessory or other item associated with a particular activity or style of living. Okay, so... So operations, ills, or personal blemishes, details, and appurtenances of the dressing room, for instance, are neither suitable nor pleasant topics, nor personal jokes in good taste. Hey, Wonder Girl 60s. I don't know why nothing flailed and flickered or did anything fun, but you said, check your PayPal. Oh, thank you so much. I will check that. Thank you, thank you. You are the best. You're so, so sweet. Always. The Mrs. Cheeky British computer made in the same Chinese pack. No, but it's British. My script, like my keypad too, is like my roommates are like, what is with the keypad? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's British. Britpong computer. Aw, it's an affront to my good nature. Thank you, Wonder Girl. Nice one, nice one. Stephen Forex prefers the US voice on his GPS. We're learning about etiquette, you oaf. Yeah, thank you, Stephen Forex. This particular stream is working through a book and discussing it. There are different theme streams throughout other nights. Sometimes she metaphorically reads them, that's true. Okay, well, you know, you can fuck off then. But, you know, if you want drama, you can go find drama elsewhere. This stream is about cultural content, and there are some people that do like literature, learning how to become better people, learning things, and you know what? I learn something every day on the stream, and that's exciting. So other people are interested in learning too. Sometimes people get really bored of the same drama over and over again on the internet. Who cares? Learn something. And this is also an etiquette stream, so rude. Learn something. Learn something. Never point to the stem of your pipe. That's true. What drama? I mean, like, internet's always full of drama. I mean, that's what most YouTube like streams are really popular, is like drama stuff. Like, just any sorts of drama is like a lot of action on YouTube. Okay, so let's go back to what we were talking about. So calling each other by your first name. So yeah, young people, best be calling me Mrs. Markota. It's weird. I'm used to being called Ms. Markota. Ms. Markota, yeah. Oh my god, it's so weird. But yeah, if I'm some old lady, then like, you best have some respect for the elders, otherwise you are very underbred. You know what I mean? But yeah, taking conversations out of the drawing room is also something that people don't think about often. They're always broadcasting their mental illness or personal drama, and they're praised, and they're like, wow, it's so brave, that's amazing, you had an abortion or something, you know? And it's like, sometimes there are things that are family, personal business, and you don't take it out of the drawing room. You know what I mean? Like, family matters, man. Family, personal matters. Don't talk about it. Okay. The omniscience of the very rich. Why a man... Okay, so why a man, because he has millions, should assume that they confer omniscience. Okay, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Omniscience. So it's like all-knowing, like they know, all-encompassing, all-knowing in the branches of knowledge. So it's like rich people tend to think that they know about everything, and it is something which may be left to the psychologist to answer, but most of those thrown much in contact with millionaires will agree that an attitude of infallibility is typical of a fair majority. A professor who has devoted his life to a subject modestly makes a statement, "You are all wrong," says the man of millions. It is this way. As a connoisseur, he seems to think that because he can pay for anything he fancies, he is accredited expert as well as potential owner. Topics he does not care for are bosh, those which he has a smattering of. He simply appropriates. His prejudices are, in his opinion, expert criticism. His taste impeccable, his judgment infallible, and to him the world is a pleasance built for his soul pleasuring. But to the rest of us who also have to live in it with as much harmony as we can, such persons are certainly elephants at large in the garden. We can sometimes induce them to pass through gently, but they are just as likely at any moment to pull up our fences and push the house itself over on our defenseless heads. There are countless others, of course, very often the richest of all, who are authoritative in all they profess, who are experts and connoisseurs, who are human and helpful and above everything respects of garden enclosure of others. Okay. So, rich people can be snobs at times because they think they know everything. But I hate ignoring that elephant blocking the entryway. Omniscience. Omniscience. Yeah, let's look it up real quick, how to say it. Because there's different ways to say it depending on the context of it, like in a sentence.
Omniscience.
Omniscience. Omniscient. Omnipresent. There's omnipresent. Omniscience. All-knowing. State of knowing everything. Okay. Hold on, let me just check in on you guys real quick. Rich people do like gardens, that's very true. There are middle and lower people that are the same way. Yeah, that's true. There are people like that in general, but I don't know. I guess like they're saying generally like millionaires, especially in the time of the 20s. Millionaire probably was like seriously fucking rich. I mean, it's still pretty impressive nowadays. Friends with millionaires and stuff, but like that was really fucking impressive. That was back then. So they probably do. What was that? It's like a weird sound. They do probably generally have this certain attitude, which I mean, I don't hate. I'm not hating the rich. I don't hate the rich. We all want to be rich, but I don't know. I get it. I get what she's saying. Dangers to be avoided. In conversation, the dangers are very much the same as those to be avoided in writing letters. Talk about things which you think will be agreeable to your hearer. Don't dilate on ills, misfortune, or other unpleasantness. The one in greatest danger of making enemies is in a man or woman of brilliant wit. If sharp, wit is apt to produce a feeling of mistrust even while it stimulates. Furthermore, the applause which follows every witty sally becomes, in the time, breath to the nostrils, and perfectly well-intentioned people who mean to say nothing unkind in the flash of a second see a point, and in the second score it with no more power to resist than a drug addict can resist a dose put into his hands. Wait, what? So being witty is to like every witty sally becomes in time breath to the nostrils, and perfectly well-intentioned people who mean to say nothing unkind in the flash of a second see a point, and in the second score it with no more power to resist than a drug addict can resist a dose put into his hands. I don't really get what they're trying to say there. The mimic is a joy to his present company, but the eccentric mannerism of one is much easier to imitate than charm of another, and the subjects of the habitual mimic are all too apt to become his enemies. You do not, however, be dull because you refrain from the rank habit of a critical attitude, which, like a weed, will grow all over in its place if you let it have half a chance. A very good resolve to make and to keep, if you would also keep any friends you make, is never to speak of anyone without, in imagination, having them overhear what you say. One often hears the exclamation, "I would say that to her face," at least be very sure that this is true, and not to a braggart's phrase, and then, 9 times out of 10, think better of it and refrain. Preaching is all very well in a textbook, schoolroom, or pulpit, but it has no place in society. Society is supposed to be a pleasant place. Telling people disagreeable things to their faces or behind their backs is not a pleasant occupation. It's an occupation for some people. Do not be too apparently clever if you would be popular. The cleverest woman is she who, in talking to a man, makes him seem clever. This was... what's capital M, lowercase m-e? Is that like Madame Rickamer's great charm? So yeah, I don't know. Whoever this... Let me look up who this person is. Let's look it up. Why not? That's what we're doing. We're learning things today. Bug it. Yeah, Madame. That's what I thought. So, Madame... Oh, God. How do I say her name? How do I say pronounce?
Ricamere.
So, Madame Ricamere. Let's look this up. Hold on. I'll share the screen with you. 1 second. Let me share the screen with you. Video capture device. No, window capture device. Let's do... That's it. Got it. Okay. Got it. It's a little big. We'll shrink that baby down. There we go. Boom. Okay. This lady. Oh wait, no. Is this her? Madame Record redirects here. For other uses, see. Oh. Known as Juliette. She was a French socialite whose salon drew Parisians from the leading literary and political circles of the early 19th century. As an icon of neoclassicism, she cultivated a public persona of herself as a great beauty, and her fame quickly spread across Europe. That sounds fabulous. I'd love to be a socialite and have a salon and have political and literary and artistic people that attend and be this icon of neoclassicism and cultivate a public persona of being a great beauty. And that sounds fabulous. She befriended many intellectuals, sat for the finest artists of the age, and spurned an offer of marriage from Prince Augustus of Prussia. Fabulous. Love it. Love it. I want to look into that a little bit more. Love, love, love. All right, let's bring it back to the etiquette book. Ooh, we are back to the etiquette book. That's strange. How did that happen? Wait, what? What is Giuseppe talking about? Where's the book? Okay, there it is. Sorry. Okay, so her great charm was talking to a man, making him feel clever. I do that. I do that with people all the time. When you're at a party, you make people feel like you listen to them, you engage with what they're saying, you make them feel heard, and then you also make them feel like they're special. Because everybody's special in their own way, you know what I mean? I know, thank you, John. She's totally me, right? People that are very intelligent only talk when it's a necessity. Do you agree? I can agree with that, but I think it depends on personality traits, because there can be some of those like weird autistically like nerdy people that are super smart and they just have like that weird talky kind of vibe. But yeah, generally, yeah, I would agree. I concur. Okay, where are we at? A few maxims for those who talk too much and too easily. The faults of commission are far more serious than those of omission. Regrets are seldom for what you left unsaid. The chatter reveals every corner of his shallow mind. One who keeps silence cannot have his depths plummeted. Plumbed. Cannot have his depth plumbed. Don't pretend to know more than you do. To say you have read a book and then seemingly to understand nothing of what you have read proves you a half-wit. Only the very small mind hesitates to say, I don't know. Above all, stop and think what you are saying. This is really the first and last and only rule. If you stop, you can't chatter or expound or flounder ceaselessly, and if you think, you will find a topic and a matter of presenting your topic so that your neighbor will be interested rather than long-suffering. Remember also that the sympathetic, not apathetic, listener is... apathetic. Okay, because I'm empathetic. I'm beyond sympathetic. So remember also that the sympathetic, not apathetic listener is the delight of delights, the person who looks glad to see you, who is seemingly eager for your news or enthralled in your conversation, who looks at you with a kindling of the face and gives you spontaneous and undivided attention, is the only one whom the palm for the art of conversation would undoubtedly be rewarded. Cute. Good conversations. Flying through the chapters pretty easily because we got through all of that. We're at chapter 8 now, words, phrases, and pronunciation. I don't know, I might continue that for next stream because we only have 20 minutes left. And I want to keep the videos like really easy for people to go to. And today's topic is the conversation, chapter 7. That's it. Yeah, apathetic means you don't give a shit. So they were saying if you're sympathetic, not apathetic. But I'm just like, wait, I'm empathetic. So I'm the opposite of empathetic. So yeah. We're learning things, yes, says John. Yep. I feel the door slammer deserves a bigger presence in this book. I agree, Dan. Maybe the door slammer will come back. It's a really big book. I actually have a hard copy of the book. My sister found one in one of those like I wouldn't call it an antique store. It was like recycling. I think it was in a recycling joint. It was like at the trash. And I think she found the Emily Post book. She knows I like it. She gave it to me. It's huge. If you're the opposite, people take advantage of your time, good nature. Yep, that happens to me. Door Slammer's arc was really rushed and didn't give it enough fleshing out. You know what? I want to give the Door Slammer script, that conversation, to YOLO Swag and have him make an animation out of it. Yeah, YOLO Swag animation of the Door Slammer. Nope. I want to go back and read it. Giuseppe asked how the comic is, got the update saying had to start over. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it in the beginning of this stream, and also I'll mention it again, but tomorrow is my stream of, like, it's an open-ended stream day, so I generally just pick whatever topic I want, current events, stuff going on. Last week, I had the update on the comic book. That was the day that I talked about that. But there is some new conversation to be had about the comic book and stuff like that, and Comicsgate stuff in general, fulfilling orders in general, and the whole conversation should be had, considering all the courteous stuff and everything. And tomorrow, I think Adam Post wants to come on my stream and have a chit chat with me about all of that kind of stuff and how to fulfill orders and how to manage and how to see how people mismanage money and situations and the campaign, and see, pros and cons, see where I'm at, and see how to move forward and any advice to have. So check it out tomorrow. And yeah, some setbacks. I had to start over, but that was a few months ago, and the script is already ready. New artist is working. Everyone already has their perks except for the tarot cards, so just finish up the book. And I'm really excited about it, actually. It's a really good book. Yes, Yellow Swag needs to do that. Okay, Jay's in here. Okay, he gets it. I was like, I hope someone understands what I'm talking about. But Yellow Swag with the Door Slammer would be so great. Oh, thank you, Giuseppe. That means a lot. Yeah, no, I mean, it's really stressful, especially, given other situations like the courteous thing or whatever. It makes you go like, holy shit, like, don't fuck shit up, like, that's exactly what you don't want to do. And I've definitely blown lots of money on mistakes, and it's scary, but it's fun. I want to do it, and I can pay for the artist and the printing, and it's gonna get done, so it's fine. Stressful, but fine. Oh, I also have the campaign got shut down temporarily for the the former artist who screwed me over. I'll explain it all tomorrow. We'll go over it all tomorrow. But there's stuff with the old artist that I have and the campaign page and copyright law and like him just trying to be a dick even though I paid him lots of money and now I'm out lots of money. I have to pay more money for new art. It's just drama. We'll go over it tomorrow, but I'm excited about it. It's cool. Thanks, Wonder Girl. You're so sweet. I really wish I could do something for you. I feel so bad I didn't get to see your daughter when she came to London, but I wasn't around, so now I'm back in New York. Hope it's successful. Thank you. Anyway, so I'll take the last comments and questions. If you guys want to help me get to 100%, you can do that by going to the link over there, streamlabs.com/Martina Markota TV. And, yeah. I'll take any other last questions and concerns. I can't believe we flew through that because I like also chit-chatted a lot in the beginning of this whole thing. And I was worried we weren't going to get through it all. Okay. Are you an avid conversationalist in regular life? Yes and no. I can be if I want to turn it on, but I can also be very demure and quiet and reserved and like. But I can be quite good. Oh, Dark City's very good. Yes, Steven. Very good, very good. How can I have conversations? How can I have one that lasts more than 3 minutes? By going fishing. You have to fish. Find something that they're about, and if you have absolutely nothing to go off of, you do something physical or you talk about the weather. I thought Emily Post talked about that in the book. I feel like my hardcover book is different than what I'm seeing online. Like mine was like so long. I don't think that they're going through everything in detail. Jay, shut up. Why did you cringe? Because I'm a performer. I have to turn it on. All performers know this. It's not even like weird. My roommate's a performer. And so sometimes it's like I can see when she turns it on. She's just coming in and it's like yeah. Just turn it on. Performance. It's happening. When was the last time I performed? New Year's Eve. The way I said it was funny. Sorry. Turn it on. Yes. Right? Is that how I should say it, Jay? Yes. Turn it on. Ugh. Do the hair flip. All right. Anything else? Anything else, guys? All the world is a stage. Agree or disagree? Yeah, sure thing, Shakespeare. I agree. Nay, no, stay to how you originally said it. Thank you very much. Okay, sure. I won't do the thigh gag shit. Hollywood Gods, a great stream. Thank you. I mean, I'll get out of here if I have to, but do I have OnlyFans? I don't understand what OnlyFans is. Is there like a special button on social media that says OnlyFans? What is it? Is it its own app? It's like its own app. It's called OnlyFans, or is it like attached to an app or something? Yeah, but is it like its own individual app and it's called OnlyFans? Or is it like... No, I perform like through my agent on stage and do stuff in costumes and stuff. It's not revolved around selling nudity, it's selling art. So no, I don't do that. Okay, you can fuck off now too. Yeah, no, I'm good. I have too many fucking social medias. It's like Lady Alchemy on Twitter, Martina Markota on Twitter. I have Magnum Opus Productions. I have Metacog Magazine. I have Metacog TV. And then I have the same thing on Instagram. I have Lady Alchemy on Instagram. I have Martina Markota on Instagram. I have Metacog TV, Metacog Magazine, Magnum Opus Productions. Yeah. But yeah, so like there's too much shit. But yeah, I know what it is, and I've heard of it, and I see people talking about it. I just don't understand what it is. Like, where is it? Is it like an extra app? There are 3. What does that mean? What are you guys saying? There are 3? I only have 3. Oh, 3. Okay, social medias. I hear that there... Everyone's talking about 3. Oh, yeah, Yellow Swag wanted Only Kings for Men. It was so funny. It was so funny. And women paid to, like, be around the kings. I mean, that would work. Wait, New York has 3 what? Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, which Chinatown in New York is the best? Oh, sorry. That's what the 3 is about. No, there's like the Chinatown. There's there's Koreatown. There's Little Korea. That's in like Midtown Manhattan-ish. Like 32 or something. I know, Jay. He really is comedic genius. He's so funny and talented. So I gotta get Metacon going, but we gotta get the comic book, like, sorted. Oh, you hear there's one in Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, so there's the Manhattan one. Yeah. Brooklyn, Queens. Probably. Yeah. Asians definitely come on my train to go to Brooklyn at some point, but I don't really know where they're going, because Brooklyn has like Russians and Italians and Slavs and, you know, not sure where the Chinese are at. There are somewhere. I know that they definitely go on a train and go somewhere. Alright, bye Steven. Sorry for streaming so late. I'm going to try to get on earlier from now on. I'll try to get on earlier tomorrow because it's the big comic book stream, and I think I'm going to have Adam Post on. He wants to come on the stream and hash things out, so I'll try to do that at a reasonable hour, but I'll see what he says. I mean, he's American based, so I'll probably be earlier. Okay. All right, guys. 10 more minutes. If I don't have anything to say, what did we learn today? Don't talk too much. No, it's my job. I'm supposed to talk right now. But, like, all the Chinese boomers love the casinos. Oh, yeah, I know, Dan. All right, yeah, I mean, I'll get you on, too. Don't know if you're crazy, but you seem all right. You seem nice. But I, like, wondered that when I was doing regular interview streams at one point. I was like, what if I just have someone on that's, like, fucking mental? Like, what do I do? But I never did. Everyone was really, really great who I had on, so luckily that worked out. But, Jay, not sure if you're butt fucking sane. Well, okay, so Ivory Goat says, how much earlier? Stream started at 10 a.m. Aussie time today. So we have Australia, which is complete, like, 12-hour time difference, something crazy, to the UK. And then we have 5-hour time difference from the UK to New York. And then there's California. So, you know what? It's all over the place. What I may do at some point, too, is maybe... I know I'm streaming every day. There's a lot of streams, but, like, maybe I'll try doing... I don't want to fuck anyone up because our streams kind of continue on and, like, they... You know, people are used to this certain particular streams and the lessons and what we talk about, and sometimes they relate to the next one or what have you. So, I don't want to fuck anyone up with changing too drastically times. But maybe I can pull, like, a literature or, like, a math stream or something at another random time and see what happens. 10 a.m. here in Korea. That's another buddy, Jay. Can you get, I always forget how to say it. Noels? Noel? Get a link in there for him, but yeah. What's up, Noels? Yeah, so it's interesting. No, okay, Noe. So, yeah, maybe I'll pull in, like, another rant, because sometimes there are, I know I stream every day, and there's always, like, a lot of stuff, but there are more things that I feel like I want to talk about, too. Maybe go through literature. Like, I thought that reading books was boring, but you know what? There's a lot of people doing audiobooks or what have you on YouTube and literally just reading books, and this is more engaging. We have a community of people. It's us talking about it. We get to stop. We have a conversation about little paragraphs and things we go over. So this is fun learning lesson. You may call it dry. Some people call it enlightening. So whatever. But yeah, everyone follow Noe. I gotta, like, remember that. Aw, thank you, William. William Mansfield said, we learned you are an interesting person with a flair for art in all its forms. Thank you. For sure. Yeah, Jay, it's probably, you know what, like, I honestly don't believe any of these motherfuckers that, like, talk shit are, like, genuine. Like, who even, like, knows of my channel or, like, would see it to, like, pop in, like, as a random, casual, non-connected observer at all to, like, talk shit like that. I mean, literally, no one would do that. It's retarded. It's just, like, just people trying to troll me. That's all. Oh, no, I love military history. Soul Drift. Well, he said, well, may not sound interesting to everyone, but you may be amazed what can be learned from military history. I love military history. Oh, geez. These days can't do too much because the virus. Korea has the highest rate outside of China. No way. Really? I didn't know that. Damn. Yeah, I had family members or whatever that was saying like serious like warnings about like New York City, like, oh well, it's good that you're coming upstate, Florida, because like I was like, virus? What are you talking about? I was like, is that real? What? Yeah, it's a city. It's happening. It's gonna spread cities, you know. And it's like, well, what? Really? Never really leave my house, so. All right, guys. Gonna get out of here. Unless there's something to talk about. No, he said, yeah, we had some crazy cult that ignored the warnings from the government and held a bunch of congregations. Damn. Was it the Moonies? Asians have a lot of Moonies. I don't know if it's Koreans, but... Like, Salisbury steak was made during the Civil War for the Union Army for medical reasons. I love that. I love that. Salisbury steak. I love cults, man. I'm gonna start an alchemy cult, but I don't think I'm sociopathic enough to be a leader. Not that charismatic and sociopathic. I'm more awkward and empathetic. That 90s cult aesthetic, though, that's right, Jay. That's right. It's fire. I know you think it's fire. And you know what's funny? I don't even think you were born. I was. I remember that shit. I remember being on the news. This is like before internet was like a thing. You know, like it was like just TV, whatever channels you had on the TV. And I remember watching the TV, and it was like the Nike, got Nike sneakers, you got the aesthetics, and everyone's flying on a spaceship, flying on a comet. I don't know. Oh my god, I totally did eat Chinese food. Alright guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't think there's anything really to say anymore. I'm just fucking up this etiquette video now. Oh, thank you, William. Oh, it's so nice to have you in here. I'm glad to have... I don't know if you're new, but I'm glad to have you in here. Since most art is awkward, you are art in person. True. True. Alright, bye. I'm around every day. Always something to talk about. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the econ book. Tuesday is art history. I hope to see you around in there, Noe, too. And everyone. Alright. Out of here. Thank you, guys. Ooh.